The trick is to not make a bunch of noise. So normally I'm just sitting down on my cooler waiting for a flag to pop. Oh, speaking of the, what? Yeah, we're gonna go grab that. Well, the one I moved finally went up over here. I was just watching him run. Oh, there he goes again. Make sure I give him a minute here. So the trick is not to just up and pick it up when it's not moving. Yeah, I'm gonna check and see if he's still there. I think it's still there. What is that? All right, welcome back everybody. I'm going to do this really quick because I got a long walk ahead of me. Yes, I have the spud bar out. Yes, I'm still being safe. If you guys haven't followed me on any of my social media, I stopped by this body of water. This is one of my favorite first ice lakes. I'm going to just go play with some tip-ups today. If I can get to a spot that I know usually has fish, I think I got 2 hours left. So I got about a 25-minute walk. But once I get to the area that I'm in, usually when it's sunny out and it's first ice, it's pretty gangbusters. So hopefully you guys are seeing this and I didn't walk all the way down there for no reason. But yeah. If you guys were wondering why I didn't spud my way to this spot specifically, I had already measured ice out to this spot. And I checked it on the way out. You guys just didn't see it all. Plus somebody else was out here ice fishing already in the shallows. And it looks like we gained about an inch of ice since I was here last. So there's about 4 inches right now. I'm still going to check as I go. But there are patches like this. So if you see the spots where there's no snow, that hasn't ever had any snow on it. Generally, those spots will grow the fastest. And yeah. Don't take my word for it. Swing the spud bar. I'm going to be very sore and tired by the time I get down there, but hopefully it's worth it. I just want to catch a couple fish today, and yeah, wish me luck. Okay, if you're new to tip-up fishing, this is the easiest form of fishing there is, for ice fishing anyways. Obviously if you're not new to it, you know that. But you got a board, that's your tip-up. You got an indicator flag, got a spool, got a hook. So what I like to do on my tip-ups is I run basically a bobber stop to figure out how deep I want to set my tip up, and I just set the bobber stop right at the bottom of the spool. So what I'm going to do here is make sure that I'm not set too deep, so I'm going to use my fish finder to mark this about halfway down. So halfway down. Okay, so I have that set about 2 feet down and 4 feet of water. Like I said, to make it real easy, I just set the little stop right there on the spool, and I'll set my flag up here. set that down. Get my bait. Just using regular shiners or roaches. I always knock down the tails so they can't swim away super easy. Hook them by the back dorsal so they don't come off easy. And there you go. Now I'm fishing. But I'm going to put this little hole cover on here so it doesn't freeze over. But this will probably go up in a couple minutes if I'm in the right area. Okay, that took way too long. So I have one somewhere over here. Then I have one over here. Then I have one way back over there. That one's probably going to get moved this way. I started way over there because usually there's a pile of weeds on that end, and I can work this way into like clumps of weeds. And I drilled like 25 holes, and I didn't get a single weed until I was all the way over by that guy right here, this close one. So I'm drilling across here. I see some weeds on the surface, so I'm gonna try to get up maybe next to those. Probably move the one that's way on the outside there and just move it all the way over here. And yeah, I only have like 2 hours left here, but hopefully it wasn't, for nothing. The water is extremely dirty. Normally it's very clear here. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to basically set these just under the ice so that the sun catches them. Luckily it's bright bluebird skies. And what I do normally to get their attention is I have little flashers on, little, I don't know what you call them, little spinner things. I have little blades on my leaders that I make. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to put those all up real close to the surface so that the sun catches them when the minnows are swimming around. Hopefully that gets somebody's attention. But yeah, I'm gonna check a couple more holes over this way, see if I can find some more weeds to put these by. Because putting them in no man's land out here, you're just kind of hoping because the water's so dirty. But yeah, wish me luck. Leg! I was actually just coming over here to move this one. Was spinning. I'm gonna have to wait a second. I don't want him to drop it. Come on. Oh, he still got it. It's going really slow now. I can give him a minute to chew on the thing. I did an underwater video last year. And you watch these guys and they sit there and they swim around back and forth underneath, choking down the bait. So I've learned to just let them go for a minute. Really happy I brought my spreaders and my pliers with me. Okay, he's going again. Oh, he was, go figure, he was underneath me. Swimming towards me. What do we got? First snake of the season. Only problem is, my bait's all the way over there. It's a fish though. It wasn't worth it, worthless. I walked all the way over here, caught a fish. First one's about a 22-inch snake. Thanks for showing up, bud. That's one. I probably have like an hour and a half here left, and now my bait is like, I don't know, probably 50, 100 yards over there. Yeah, it's about 100 yards over there. I'm at like my limit for like where I can see this and safely call it good. But that's one fish. That's the first fish of the 2025-2026 ice fishing season. I'm super excited about this. Now I just need to get a bunch more. But like I said, the water's really dirty. The sun's going down. I don't have a lot of time. I think I'm going to leave this one here for now. I was about to move this one closer to there, but now I'm thinking I should move one of those tip-ups closer to here. I don't know. I was checking a spot over there, and that one's, it's the same depth as this one. No weeds or nothing. but it's closer to the shoreline. So sometimes I think when you're closer to the shoreline and there's no weeds to cruise, they're just using the structure of the shoreline basically to go back and forth. And this is just a highway normally. So hopefully I can find a couple more of them. Maybe I'll stick one of those guys over there and have a big triangle, and I'll sit in the middle of them. Either way, I gotta go get bait, and it's way over there. Little update here. I'm gonna move. So this is one that I was working across. It's been sitting still for a little while. The one I moved is over my shoulder here, and the one that caught the fish is still in the hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this far one right in front of me. I have like 5 holes here. I haven't fished any of those. I had this one way over there, but I'm gonna give you guys a tip if you've never tip up fished. Those of you guys that tip up fish all the time, you know, don't let your stuff just sit there until you leave. Like, don't go put it out there and let it just sit there till you leave. And it's like 10 degrees outside, and luckily there's no wind. But yeah, basically the trick here is I'm gonna move that one probably over here, and the one I just moved hasn't done anything. So I might move that one to my farthest in shallow over there. I might even drill another hole, but I don't think I'm gonna make an extra. Yeah, but the trick is to not make a bunch of noise. So normally I'm just sitting down on my cooler waiting for a flag to pop. Oh, speaking of, what? Yeah, we're gonna go grab that. Well, the one I moved finally went up over here. I was just watching him run. Oh, there he goes again. Make sure I give him a minute here. So the trick is not to just up and pick it up when it's not moving. Yeah, I'm gonna check and see if he's still there. I think it's still there. What is that? Whatever it is spunky. What do we got here? Oh, he got off. I think that was a big bass. He's still alive? Yeah. Wonder if he'll come back. I think that was a big bass. He got hooked on the bottom of the hole. But that's 2 flags. So we're not moving that one. So right now this one went off and that one went off. So those 2 will stay. And go figure, they're kind of along this break line like I was saying. I think I'm going to move the other one in line over here. Or no, I'll put it over in that one. The really shallow hole. I take that back. I have one way over here. Maybe my triangle over in the shallow water would do better. Oh, either way, I'm not going to sit on top of this guy too long. I'm going to stop talking and get away from it. Hopefully he comes back. I just put a new bait on this one. This one's the shallowest. It's spinning. It hit it pretty hard. I'll see it spinning. Give it a minute here. There's a big lively bait. Hey, whatever it was hit it really hard and then didn't go anywhere. Let's see if he's still around. sometimes they'll just sit there and eat it. And sometimes they just drop it. He was eating it. Look at that. Just barely hooked. Just barely got it. And I gave it all the time in the world. So there's a tip for you guys. I just sat there and watched it forever and didn't go anywhere. Just a little snake, but for first ice, I will take it. That's fun. Okay, so we had a good day, and that is the moon. The sun is setting over there. So first day on the ice was a pretty good one. I got 3 fish. Well, I'm gonna count that bass regardless. It came up the hole, went back down the hole. But considering this is the very first time walking on ice this season, I'll take it as a win. So do me a favor, everybody that's subscribed, go hit the like button, comment below who's excited for the ice season, who thinks I should do more tip-up fishing this season. I've been kind of getting back into it. It's one of those things I got back into. And if you're new here, if you like ice fishing or just outdoor adventures and period, subscribe. We got some big stuff happening, and we're so close to 20,000 subs, so close that when we hit it, even bigger things are going to happen. So hopefully we get there soon, and hopefully everybody's excited about this ice season and all the adventures that I have planned. I have a lot of fun things planned, so stay tuned for those future adventures. Like I said, if you're new here, subscribe. It's going to be a long, fun ride this winter. All right, I'll see you guys next time.